Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World, resources for living with authenticity and purpose. Do you ever wish there was a magical formula for navigating difficult conversations? Maybe there is. Let's talk about that. Gosh, communications plus the holidays. Right now, you may be wishing that you had brushed up on your communication skills, but you're realizing that there just isn't enough time. So I want to picture this. You're at a holiday gathering and you get into a conversation with somebody who doesn't have the same belief system that you do. How do you respond to one more alternative fact? So maybe you get frustrated and are on the verge of saying something rash. Logically, you know that having reactionary vomit to the other person just really isn't the answer. So, what is the magic formula to not escalating or to de escalating a difficult situation? Instead of forming a reactionary reply, focus on yourself. And that's it. That's the key. Focus on yourself. And it's not so hard once you follow a magical mindfulness formula. Now you're probably thinking, focus on myself, Vanessa? How am I supposed to be present to another person if I'm focusing on myself? But you heard me right. The magic begins with a focus on you. Now, this isn't about falling into a fantasy world where only you exist. It's about listening objectively to what another is saying while noticing the impact that their words have on you. Trust me, this isn't as easy as it sounds. While in practice you don't become perfect, your ability to navigate difficult conversations becomes permanent. And it becomes easier for you to notice when you're slipping into that reactionary place. So we talked a little bit about this earlier. Now there isn't time to take a 6-week course on compassionate listening. And I'm going to call this is a boot camp blog. You learn a simple technique that takes the focus off the words of another and puts it onto the emotions triggered inside of you during the conversation. You notice what the person is saying and how it is triggering you. So in this heightened state of awareness, you notice how you are getting caught by words and body language of another person. With this knowledge of your triggers, you can slip from a state of high anxiety into a place of calm understanding. You are better able to traverse the minefield of reactions into the calm peace of response. So let's boot camp the simple steps, and there are only 3. So the first thing that you want to do is calm and anchor yourself. A simple way to do this is to walk, coordinating the steps to your breath. So as you inhale, roll your right foot heel to toe. As you exhale, roll your left foot heel to toe. And so you're going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as you walk, connecting breath to movement, affirm your intent to be aware of your reactions to potential triggers. I often do this as I get out of my car, walk from my car to the front door of a gathering. So it's just to center myself in the moment, to touch into my core. Now, during a conversation, pay attention with your full body. This means listening with all your senses and checking in with your body, mind, and emotions. So, some questions that you can ask yourself: is my body tense or relaxed? What is my internal monologue, some people call it their monkey mind, saying? What is my emotional temperature? If I had to name how I was feeling, what adjectives would I use? What is my body, my mind, and my emotions telling me? So, this is all about fact finding. It's noticing the potential minds in the conversation field and how they trigger your reactions. Third, you're going to objectively use the information that you've received about how the conversation is impacting you. Maybe you're in a space where you can offer objective comments about the topic, or perhaps your body, mind, spirit, and emotions are shouting at you, I'm being triggered. I cannot maintain neutral. Time to go. So it's that whole idea of danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson, time to go. And when you feel that an outburst or a meltdown is imminent, stop listening to the conversation. Return to your breath. Feel it flow through your body, relaxing any tension. Let it soothe any ruffled emotions. Let your breath calm your thoughts. Connect more fully to your core. Go back to that anchoring and go back to reconnecting, to strengthening your connection to your core. And when you're ready, compassionately end the conversation. So you might be saying, well, Van, how do I do this? As an example, it was great talking to you. I need to catch up with, and then name another person. Thanks again. Have a terrific holiday. But through all of this, it's important to remember that you can't stop the words or actions of another. You can only stop your reactions to them. And that's why I say you need to return to yourself during this holiday season. Diffuse the ticking bomb by focusing on your breath. This gives you the energy to show up as your best self. Now, one last thought. I once attended a ACOA meeting where the participants were very honest about needing to have an exit strategy. So I'm going to tell you is to come up with an exit strategy when entering a potential minefield. You may need to leave the gathering altogether, and that is perfectly okay. Remember, this is about taking care of you by creating an oasis of calm that you can call upon whenever and wherever you find yourself triggered. When you have control over you, there's less of an opportunity to be emotionally hijacked. And while you may not always get it perfect, your practice of taking care of you becomes permanent. So remember, life is all about you, and the only way you can help others is by first helping yourself. So I want to thank you for listening to this, watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Additional resources are available at vanessafhurst.com. If you need a little help, or if you need help, not a little help, but if you need some help really creating those strategies and learning to live your best self into the new year and beyond, as a spiritual mentor, I would love to help you develop strategies that will deepen your awareness of the world around you. Give me a shout out and we can work together. But no matter what you do, use the magical mindfulness formula to navigate those difficult conversations that you find yourself in your life. Again, thank you for tuning in. Have a terrific day.